Can you see us, Ellie? Peachy, hello.
Are we
Yes, okay,
live?
we are live. I think we are live right now. I'm just gonna double check here to make sure we are good to go. Oh my god, we are live. Hey guys, hi. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the ENVTuber and Hyper collaboration, and we are gonna be bringing you guys a workshop here. Very exciting to see like some of our content here. We're gonna be doing some good VTubing stuff. So I'm gonna go introduce our guests here, Ellie. Ellie, how are you doing today? Yeah, and we also have Peachy, who will be as well as our collaborative partner from Hyper. Hello,
So
Peachy.
excited. We're so excited for you to enjoy this VTubing for Beginners workshop.
Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start with some of the content. So right now, I'm using an application called VTube for VTube Studio for my model. Some of you guys who haven't had any other models, you may be using another app like VC Face, or what we'll be introducing later on is VTube's is Hyper's app and how we can use that with OBS. So if you guys are starting your VTubing journey and you want to go ahead and start with OBS, you can use this one to stream your content onto Twitch, or you can stream it on directly onto YouTube. So, how to start everything on? You want to go ahead and start by hitting the settings button. So this is like behind my head right now, but when you go ahead and hit settings, there's going to be a bunch of different tabs here. So we're going to configure this one by one. Okay. Generally, if you can, especially when you're gaming, it's going to be really difficult for your computer to be able to handle 1920 by 1080. So you want to go ahead and bring it down to about 2080 by 720. So this is like what we call is downscaling. It's going to make your streams a little bit more smoother. So we want to go ahead and bring that down. If your computer is on more of a stronger side and you can stream at 8,000 bits, kilobits, you want to go ahead and bring it over to 1920 by 1080. But we're gonna go ahead and keep it at 720 for now. Keep it your common FPS value at 60 FPS because everyone wants to see the buttery smooth streaming quality. And your downscale filtering, let's go ahead and keep it at 16. That should be already automatically on default. All right. So now we're gonna get on to the more difficult part. How do we work with streaming? What does encoder mean, and what do all these like Twitch VOD tracks are? So the first thing you'll do is that when you open onto everything, it will start on simple mode. Simple mode, nah. We want to have a little bit more control there. So we're gonna go ahead and advance it to advance. In advance, we're gonna get more settings. And if you have a graphics card in your computer, you're gonna get this other one that says NVIDIA HNV Sync at H.264 or X.264 if you just have a laptop with an integrated graphic. If you can, you want to go ahead and do it with the NVIDIA one. And what this means is that you're using your graphics card to help share the workload between your CPU and your graphics card. So it's not working as hard, meaning you can get higher performance and more resources onto your stream itself. If you don't, and you would have to probably put it down to H.264 or X.264, it will have a really good quality, but I would say it's gonna be more taxing on your computer. Your encoder settings here. You want to do what's called CBR. Generally, you can also do it as lossless, but I would recommend CBR because this stands for constant bit rate, meaning the stream is adapting to the bit rate that you set to it, and is going to be consistent. So you're not going to get what's called stuttering, or you're not going to be traveling back in time where Twitch has to do some catch up for you. It's going to be very difficult for that kind of stuff. So we keep it as CBR. Now, bitrate. This is the hard one here. Twitch actually has a guide where it'll tell you the different type of bit rates you can use. But we're gonna go ahead and do internet speed tests here on my end. So if you go to speedtest.net by Okla, you want to go ahead and run a test. Everybody knows I come from Toronto. I am Canadian, and the way you say Toronto is Toronto as a local. That's a city in Canada, by the way. We live in igloos. So I have a pretty decent download speed. You can see it's going to be roughly around, give or take 900 gigabytes down. And my upload speed, because I'm with Canadian internet, I'm being nerfed. I have generally around a 30 gigabyte upload speed, but that's all right because that is enough for streaming. Because according to, if we go to Twitch bit rate guidelines, and one of the mods, can you go ahead and take this link and put it in the chat right now? You can actually see the broadcasting guidelines that we want to go ahead and put it onto. Based on my specs here, it says I'm at 900 down and 28 up. So if we look around here, give or take, yeah, this one should do perfectly fine for it for the speed. So we're gonna go ahead and say it says that we're okay for 1920 by 1080 at 6,000 kilobits per second at a frame rate of 6 FPS. So it gives us all these juicy information. So jumping back onto OBS, we're gonna go ahead and put those settings. We're gonna go ahead and pop it for 6,000 kilobits. You can actually go a little bit higher on YouTube. I think they actually allow bit rates up to 8,000. We're gonna go ahead and put it for the high quality tuning and put our profile to high and max B frame onto 2. Hit apply and set that to your stream. Next thing for going forward, we're going to go ahead and set up your audio. Audio is the way that you are going to be listening to your audio from your headphones, what your stream hears, as well as the microphone so that the stream can hear you. Generally, you want to go ahead and put it for the most generic. I have a Go XLR, which is this really, really large, handy dandy piece of equipment that splits my audio into 5 pieces. No, that's too complicated for you guys. So you guys are most likely going to put it to a Realtek audio driver, like one of these guys. Mine says digital audio, high tech audio driver. So we're going to go ahead and set it to that. And we're going to go ahead and put it for your microphone to your chat microphone. You might have your chat microphone as a Blue Yeti, or maybe the you have the from HyperX, they're the Quadcast or something. That's where you be putting it on and hit apply. When you hit apply, you'll notice on the bottom right, the microphone tabs will pop up here. And that will give you this sense of like, oh, okay, people can hear me. You can also reduce and increase your microphone on the bottom right here. Now, you guys know that I'm in Discord. There's actually a way that you can actually reduce your Discord calls onto that. If you go ahead and click add and you can do an application control capture, and we're going to call this Discord capture. And we're going to go ahead and link that one directly onto Discord. Press OK. You'll get audio level for Discord. So if, hey, Peachy, do you mind unmuting right now and giving and talking to our fellow guests here?
Hello, welcome everyone.
Perfect. And you can go ahead and go back into your cave right now, and we'll bring you out in a second. But you can see that her audio did jump up here on the bottom. You can actually reduce her audio to the proper thing. So then your chat can hear you better, and they don't have to hear what's happening in the background with your stream chat. Alternatively, you can also use this Discord capture in your settings and set it to a particular tab. So if I go into right click over here, you go to the advanced properties, you can sync it to a certain track. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from track 1, and only it's going to go directly to track 2. And what this means, when you go under your settings tab and you go to your audio tab, you're going to get what's called audio routing, right? So it's going to be your output. So your Twitch VOD, it's going to be only going to be capturing from tab 1, and it's going to ignore your tab 2. So that means when people review your VOD or you download your VOD, they can't hear your Discord chat. That also goes the same if you want to, let's say, have an application like Spotify and you don't want Twitch to DMCA you. You can listen to your music without it being picked up on stream. Or you can listen to music and have it muted on stream as well too. All right, so we did a little bit of advanced Discord stuff. We did a little bit of like really simple Discord stuff. We're going to go ahead and talk about scenes and sources. So scenes here are what we call our group. If we were talking about like, let's say, for example, Photoshop, these are our folders. And our sources are our layers. And you put stuff on top of each other to be able to get certain things. I'm going to introduce you to a thing that's called studio mode, because it's going to be really confusing if I hit enable preview and I go, oh my god, infinite works there. So hitting studio mode. This will allow me to split my screen into just two different areas. For example, let's say that I want to go ahead and add a browser source, and I want to call this Fugitech, right? So we get this little image here. It's going to be popping up on your end, so you can see that one. But the stream is the one on the right, so they don't actually see me playing around with this one because I'm in studio mode right now. When I drag this from left to right, it will now appear on stream. And when I hide this one, it will go off stream, just like so. But we want to keep it back on stream here, and we're going to go show you how you can show your Discord chat and your fellow collaborators on OBS. So if we go down over here, I'm going to go open to my window, and we're going to go log into Fugitech. It's going to ask you to log in with your Twitter account, and in there, you're going to get this. It's going to usually pull your Discord profile pictures, but you can go ahead and click this one, and you can change it to whatever you want. I have it set up so that active image, it'll be waving, and then when I'm speaking, I have this like kind of winking emote. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this clipboard, and this is very useful for a lot of PNG tubers, by the way. This is how you can get that bouncing image. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the group, have these settings as bouncing, dim, inactive, dim, other inactive, and crossfade effect. Go into OBS itself, double click the Fugitech link that we made from a browser source, paste it onto there as Fugitech reactive group, type down 1920 by 1080, and hit OK. So we're going to see our fellow collaborators here on the top right corner with their Discord profile pictures. If I go ahead and hit that one. Peachy, can you say hello to the chat, please?
Hello, chat.
Cool. So you
Hello.
can see her image bounce up and down. So very, very useful tool for a lot of streamers. Alternatively, if you go into add, there are two different types of captures you can do, which is called window capture and game capture. Game capture is going to be, unfortunately, I don't have a specific window right now except for a calculator app for some apparent reason. But yeah, that's where you go ahead and click your game and hit OK. Same thing as well. The window capture is very useful for capturing your browser source. So the difference between window capture and game capture is that game capture it uses less resources that helps that usually is like in first person view, and window capture uses more of your CPU power for processing. So helps a lot with you know what the thing is, hardware encoding on your browser. That's where window capture usually comes from. Anyways, now last things last. So I use an app called VTube Studio. So if you look on here, it's gonna look like let me give it a second. I'm gonna bring it down. This is my app. This is me, right? As you can see that there is a green screen here. I'm doing a thing that is called keying it out. And the way that you do that one is that you set up filters on your VTube Studio capture. So I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this now. We're gonna go ahead and create a new capture, and we're gonna say VTube Studio. Yeah, let's do a video camera device, and we're gonna call this VTS2. In VTube Studio capture, we're gonna go ahead and put it onto a certain thing. Oh wow, it just shows my everything in the background there. It's a good thing I had the camera turned away. Anyways, you want to go ahead and do VTube Studio Cam, and it will be just like this one here. Hit OK, double click onto VTube Studio Capture, and you want to apply a filter. Sorry, you want to right click this one, filter, add a plus, color key, and hit green. There we go. There we go. And you can see that I'm reducing the fringes on the side of the character so then no green appears, and it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and hide that because it is lagging right now. Anyways, the last thing for new VTubers that you need to know about is this bottom tab. It's called your stream information. This is how you interact with your stream chat. You want to go ahead and put down your title, as well as the notification and the game category that you are streaming, as well as any tags that helps you find your content. This is actually very useful. So let's say that your example, you are a comfy gamer, comfy content, you can go ahead and click add. I already hit my maximum 10 tag limit. So yeah, there's that. All right. Let's go do a little bit more to adding overlays. So there are two ways you can add overlays. You can go ahead and right click on your source and go to an image, and you can paste the image onto here as usual. So you can go ahead and image, type down overlay, click yes, and upload any image onto this one. But I don't like to do that one because I am lazy but I'm also organized and I'm a neat freak. So I do what's called a browser capture overlay. So we go ahead and do a browser capture just like what we did before. And I don't like to save it on my computer. I like to save it on a website. So we're going to call this overlay test for this one. And we're going to keep it at 1920 by 1080. So it's going to cover the whole screen just like so. And we're just going to go reduce this one just real quick here so it doesn't cover up everything. And we're going to go to our website here. So this website is called Streamlabs. And Streamlabs is extremely useful. So you log in with your Twitter, you go into Streamlabs, and you can go ahead and either upload your own overlay to a column here, or you can take one from your stream. So for example, if I go into my chatting box overlay, I can see that I have a chat box over here on the top right corner. And if I go to OBS, back to OBS over here, open my dock, open up my chat window. So where's my chat actually? Give me 1 second here. I have my chat window. There we go. I bring my chat window here and I type down hello world. Right. Now, please don't spam me about the chat and everything, but because I will see it. It pops open here on my window that says hello world. And if I take this copy URL because I've made this link and I double click the overlay test, put it over here for 1980 by 1080, and I widen this one all the way to the maximum, and I type down hello world, it's gonna appear on my face. But yeah, you get the gist of it. I can go ahead and move this one as needed. This can also, what's really useful too is that why I do prefer this one over, let's say, like putting an image, is that you can actually make video files on these overlays. And I'll show you an example of that one. I actually have prepared a background. We're going to call this one gaming overlay. That's what the one I have. So I have an overlay here. It has my gaming background. It's moving and everything. And I want that interactivity on my stream. So I take that layer, go back into OBS. I want to double click the overlay test and I paste it as so. So then when it goes onto stream, I'm hidden behind it again. It looks, I have this motion out overlay. Messi, thank you for following. Why is he following? Anyways, so that is what Streamlabs can do. And let's say you are not a designer and you want to go ahead and do a lot of other really, really cool stuff. They actually have an overlay gallery where you can go ahead and click an overlay for it to join. So for example, I like this Valorant operator static theme. I click create my overlay. It goes through my overlay and you can see it's all here. So you can just take these links. You can also edit these links as necessary to whatever you want, and it will appear on your stream. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring everything down. So we don't have the VTube capture. We don't have the overlay test. So this is on our default. Now, you got your VTuber character in, but you realize, oh no, Live 2D, extremely expensive. Or no, I have no artistic skills whatsoever. You can actually make your own model with Hyper. So our collaborators here, Peachy and Elephant, they have given us an amazing software where you can actually create all your VTuber assets through your iPhone directly, and they'll explain to you exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Hi, Peachy. You want to say hello to everybody?
Hi, everyone. We're so excited to be collaborating with ENVTubers. We absolutely loved your community, and we wanted to share a little bit about Hyper for those that don't really know about it, because we know that software and all of these tools can be extremely expensive, hard to set up, and so we have created an application. It's currently on iPhone. We maybe expand to other devices. But yeah, we wanted to show you a little bit about our app, and it's really amazing what it can do because all you need is a phone. It's super powerful. You can use it with OBS, which we were talking about right here. You can use it, to stream on the go. You are not limited to streaming only on, you have to be plugged in. You can stream straight to Twitch, straight to YouTube as well. So yeah, so I'm going to share a little bit about Hyper. Yeah, so in this little section, I'm going to introduce Hyper to you, some tips and tricks, and how to grow your following, because I feel like that is something that everyone wants to know, like how do I grow a little bit from my initial following and build yourself an audience and a community and all that fun stuff. So a little bit about me. I'm new here. Hi, I have been lurking on the Discord and I love what everyone has been doing. I am known as Peachy on Hyper in the app and on Discord. I'm really passionate and we're really passionate about making VTubing more accessible to everyone. And my personal background is that I used to be in video production, in beauty, gaming, and a bunch of other fun and cool spaces. And I used to do a lot of social media stuff as well, so a little bit knowledgeable in that. So this is us. This is our little mascot, Hyper, download on iOS. And don't forget that we have a lot of other fun activations on here. So if you would like, to join our giveaway or to join our VTuber talk show, we have some more info in the Discord. So yeah, so a little bit about Hyper. Right now it is only on iOS, which means it's only on iPhones, but it's a really cool, very cool, and I'm not just saying that because I, work here, application where you can build your VTuber, use it to find your next favorite VTuber, live stream, make friends, and so much more. And I'm really proud of our community. I feel like we cultivated a really wholesome, fun community. So if you just want to make some friends, want to VTube a little bit, please join our Discord as well. And so yeah, so currently we are a 3D VTubing application. We are OBS ready, meaning that you can port everything straight to OBS if you have like a cable or mirroring software, and it works with most VRMs. Right now there are some limitations, like if you have special textures that only work, like with certain, with like Unity or something that, it doesn't work with every VRM, but it works with most VRMs. Like if you have a vroid, you can totally port it over. If you have a VRChat, you might have to like tweak it a little bit, but you can port it over too. And it's a really powerful tool for Twitch streaming, Discord calls, and more. We've done a lot of Discord calls with our Hyper avatars, and we think they're great. And we make it easy. No equipment other than phone. So step one, this is our little model generator. If you don't have a VRM, if you want to just generate a model, you can just do it right here. We have a bunch of options and we have art drops weekly. So every week we'll drop some new items. And this is, you can also import an existing model. This is one of the existing models. If it is rigged properly, it should work. You don't have to do any additional work if, the VRM is like vroid or anything. And then step two, you can also configure your layout and where you want to stream. We offer the opportunity to stream in the application. So we have a really fun group of Hyper streamers in app. But if you're like, hey, I really want to stream gameplay on Twitch, we let you do that too. Here I am having my iPhone plugged straight in and out, and I'm putting it in OBS. Yeah, so go live. You can either go live on our app, to Twitch, to YouTube, to Twitter. You can port it anywhere. We make it very flexible, wherever you want. The world is your oyster. But it doesn't only let you stream. We don't just let you stream. We also free you to make content. So we know that TikTok and, short form video is here to stay. So we make it really easy for you to make videos. You can record in Hyper. You can record, you can download the footage, you can upload it wherever you want. And you don't have to, have to record in OBS, cut it, recut it. We try to make it as easy as we can for you to use the application to make any type of content that you want. So a lot of the things that we see, people use it to make skits. You can alternate between 2 to 3 avatars or VTubers. If you have multiple models, you can make skits. We also see a few people making art with their original characters. So, you can take photos with your characters. You can port them. This is like a little manga that's happening right here. Yeah, and there's so many creative ways you can use the application. I am so proud of all of the creative ways I see our application being used. So yeah, so here's some tips and tricks. Tips and tricks of being a new VTuber, because this is a VTubing 101 workshop. These are just things that we see and that we recommend. And of course, if none of these align with you, it's your VTubing journey. So do whatever you want with it. Pick a VTuber design you're passionate about. I feel like, I love seeing everyone's designs. I love seeing how they look. It's just so creative out there as a space. But yeah, pick a VTuber design you're truly passionate about. That's my first tip. Set up your socials. If you're new to VTubing, set up your socials, pick a name, open all of the accounts you need on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Promote your socials together. Like if you're posting in one place, be like, hey, check out my other place, check out this spot, and so on and so forth. And then interact with the community. This one's really important because when you show up for other people, they're going to show up for you. So I'm always telling everyone of, the creators that are on the app, like, hey, create a positive environment. Show up for people, comment on things you like, be supportive of each other, try to build each other up as a community. And then pick a debut date. This is the fun part. Inform your viewers and audience when you're going to go live, on what platform, pick your debut date. Yeah, and then this is an optional step when, when you're starting out your VTubing journey, your character sheet, logo design, banners, any other graphics. It's totally not needed, but, if you want to go the extra mile, these are just the basics of, what you should put out as you're debuting. And then set your schedule. One thing that I find that really helps with, starting your VTubing journey is to keep a consistent schedule and to let people know when you're going to be online. Because, you want your fam to be there as you're there. Yeah, and just keep on going because, success doesn't really happen overnight. So if you love this and you want to keep doing it, just keep it going, like if, your first stream, you're not getting the views that you want, that's okay. This is a fun place. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be encouraging. Just keep on trucking. Yeah. And here's a pro tip. If you are a streamer, you can always cut your streams, recycle your content, meaning like take your streams, cut them up. You can put them in different areas, make funny cuts out of them. There's so many creative ways in which you can take your videos and your streams and repurpose them to put them elsewhere because, you never know which platform you're going to blow up on. Yeah, and also here's another thing that I really recommend is that when you get to a point when, you're like, hey, everyone, I'm pro streamer now. Don't forget to give back. Give back to the community. Give back to people who have helped you. Give back to, new streamers who are starting, help them out. This is one thing that I really encourage everyone to do. Education is so important. Not everyone has access to it. And we want to build this community up in a way, where everyone feels included because everyone starts out somewhere. Yeah, so a few commonly asked questions. When will it come to Android? This is our number one question. Will it come to Android? Maybe. We are a really, really small team, and I mean that. We are doing everything all the time, and we're focusing on iPhone right now because of our team size. So maybe. Does Hyper own the VRM I upload? No, we don't own any of that. It's not our property. It's whoever created the VRM. So whoever created that will retain all the rights to that VRM. We're not going to take that. It's not really something that we would do. And what does it cost? It is free currently. In the future, if we decide to put more tooling in it, maybe we'll have some sort of paid model. But right now we're focused on making the platform the best we can make it and, try to make more tooling for everyone. Yeah. And so if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. But yeah, that's a little bit about Hyper, and we're so excited to be partnering with ENVTubers. And yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ellie. So I'm very excited to see some models out there, and I've seen right now in our community we have a few of our Hyper community members intermingling. It's been really, really cool seeing you guys, and honestly, you guys are just as much as a VTuber as anybody. There's no 3D, 2D. Everyone's a VTuber. So it's really, really cool to see that kind of stuff as well. Anyways, we do have a few questions here that we did put onto it. Ellie, this is actually towards you guys. What is your favorite customization option inside the app? And can you tell us why? Or maybe can you show us?
Customization option. What do you mean? Like our favorite combo?
Yes. Like what
Okay.
kind of like accessory can you put?
Okay, so right now we have like a bunch of horns, we have a bunch of bat ears and everything. Let me go back to this slide. I think that, oh yeah, this is my current favorite combo. It's this like really pretty ombre hair. And yeah, that's it. We have a bunch of different accessories that we do have. We have like heart pupils, which I'm wearing right now. But I would recommend if you have an iPhone, you can totally play with all of the accessories in the app. And then we also have a special code for ENVTubers, which we'll share after this presentation.
Oh, that sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
I would love to use and take advantage of that too. I don't have a 3D model yet, if you guys can see. I'm kind of flat like a cardboard.
Yeah, look, I'm 3D. I can rotate. What? Which
Whoa!
is yeah, which is cool because sometimes like maybe if you want if you're not specifically for VTubing, but a lot of our creators when they're doing skits, sometimes they have like funny things that they can rotate, with the 3D model. But yeah, but they're like you said, there's no like 2D, 3D. We're all VTubers here.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I want to ask here, if I want to learn more about Hyper, where would I go? Like, is there like a website or is it only on iPhone?
Yeah, so all of the creation tools are on iPhone, but we have a really dedicated, like powerful Discord. So you can go into Discord to mingle with our community, and we also have tutorials on our YouTube of like how you can do different things on Hyper. And we also have a TikTok, but that's more like meme content. But yeah, I'll share all of the links after this.
All right, awesome. Well, it's been really great talking about it. Of course, if we have any audience in the chat here who wants to ask a question regarding on how to become a VTuber or stream, we'll keep the chat open here, and we'll have some of our team answer them as we go through. But anyways, as a bit of a closing remarks, we do have a little bit of announcement, and this actually has a few more giveaways for you guys that you guys can participate in. First of all, at the end of the month, we are going to be hosting a brand new show, a brand new series. And we're going to be calling it VTuber Talks, or this VTuber Spotlight. Actually, that was the old name. And this will be an interview show where we'll bring out across 10 VTubers who want to talk about their design, tell about who they are, what they look like, and how did they come up with their design to the community, and be featured on the show. We'll also be selecting from the audience special members to be also included onto the show. So we'll bring them on, talk about like why do you want to be be a VTuber, and what compelled you to join our community. Second promotion that we do have is the next one here. We're currently running an art giveaway. So I told Peachy here, it's like, what do VTubers want most? We want free art. So we partnered up with an amazing artist, Churubu here. She's been doing illustrations for Niji Sanji and Hololive at several conventions across North America. So very, very awesome for her to provide the art here. And if you guys enter on our contest giveaway, you'll include your VTuber model with Hyper Mascot and in a featured promotion sponsor art by Hyper. And that'll be like, of course, free art, right? Very exciting.
Everyone loves free art.
Yes, yes, yes. So until now, I believe we've only opened up the registration for iOS. Like you had to make a post on the Hyper, but stay tuned for a little bit more. There will be more about this giveaway if you guys want to enter for all of our Android and PNG users out there, right?
Yeah, we realized that because we are iOS only that we were limited to iOS, so we're going to come up with a new special secret promo for non-iOS people to enter as well.
Yeah, so stay tuned and watch our announcement on that. Anyways, before we send it off here, Ellie, Peachy, do you guys want to say anything to the community before we go? And where can we find you guys?
Find us in our Discord. Find us on the App Store. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This is the first out of, I hope, many more workshops. We really want to help, creators of all sizes. And this was so much fun. I can't thank enough for Haru, Morphus, the entire ENVTubers team for putting this together. This is also the first time we're doing this YouTube into Discord broadcasting thing, and we think it's amazing. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you at the next one. Join the VTubers talk. Join the giveaway.
And we might see you guys. So I want to see people from our community on VTuber Talks. You guys don't hide away. I see you guys making your introductions there on the Discord channel. I want you guys on the show.
Join. Do it now. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.